so excited. All right, Jennifer, I already told you we're starting with you because somebody's very excited that you're here. That's all I know. I'm already being choked out. I don't know who we're talking to, but they're so excited. They were already in my head before I even got my speech out. Who do you want me to focus on, hon?
Probably my friend Jen.
Okay.
She's the one probably bossing you around because that's her.
It's funny. I just heard that or felt that energy of like, move, get out of my way, coming through. That old song, move, bitch, get out of the way. You know what I mean? Not that she's playing that song. They will just play whatever they got in my library to get me to say the message they need you to get. Okay, well, let's start with a connecting exercise. She's making it hard for me to breathe here. So we start with what I call a connection exercise, and then I take you through this little process that I call the puzzle dump, because we're going to do this connection exercise, and then they just start throwing all this information at me. But to me, they're like puzzle pieces because I'm not in your life, right? So what I'll do is I'll just explain everything that I'm picking up, and then we'll go back and figure out how that fits. But as we do this, I want you to keep two things in mind. One, she's not alone. There's a couple other people that she's pushing back that I think are going to say something at the end as well. We'll make her the focus, but I don't know if this is parents or grandparents. But if we think that she's going to push them out of the way, yeah, right. And two, keep in mind that your loved ones take me through their passing from their experience, not yours. That means they don't step forward and tell me what kind of cancer they had, for example. I will feel what they felt as they transitioned the physical reality. And like I said, she's already making it tough for me to breathe. So, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. So I want you to sit with both feet flat on the floor for a minute so we can do this connection exercise. When I'm done talking, I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. I'll tell you, she feels a lot better on the other side. It's interesting because I thought maybe I was just too excited in the beginning, but here we go. I'm going to keep my eyes closed for a minute here. It's easier for me to see them this way. Puzzle dump, are you ready?
Yep.
The way my heart starts going really fast, really fast. I feel like I'm having trouble breathing. She is restricting my throat, which is like I feel like I'm trying to breathe, but it's a really interesting way. It's like almost like an anxiety attack, if that makes sense. And then she shows me the soul tethered to the physical body with the spiritual cord. Now, what I mean by that is our soul is tethered to the physical body with a spiritual cord, kind of like a baby is tethered to mom with an umbilical cord. Sometimes I will see spirits step out of their body at the end of their world before they pass or right after they pass. They will stay attached with the cord, with the spiritual cord, and they'll stay that way sometimes for a little while. It can be for a couple of reasons. Sometimes they will do that if the body was in such disrepair that it was going through a lot of pain and they didn't want to feel that pain. And sometimes they will do that if, slow down a second, hold on, honey. Sometimes they will do that if they passed before anybody else was there, and they will stay with the body until somebody is with them. All I know is that as she connects with me, my heart gets going really fast. I can feel that anxiety. I can feel the breath. I don't know if even it's fear, maybe. I got some dizzying thoughts, and then she steps out of the body, and she wants you to know that she was able to see all of time on the other side, the past, the present, the future, and know that there was no quality of life left. She would never have left if there was quality of life, if there was any quality of life, because it feels like the very end came very fast. Do you understand that?
Yes.
How did she pass, honey?
I'm not sure if it was complications due to to surgeries, or if she overdosed on medications.
Overdose, 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 overdose. I can tell you right now, because that's why my heart is going like this. You understand? I can't stop. It's like, what is going on? What is that feeling? It's like, it was not on purpose. I can tell you that. It was not on purpose.
Okay.
The reason why I know that, she goes, make sure you tell her why you know that. Hey, thanks for putting me on blast. Your friend's fun.
Yep.
There was a time where I had fibromyalgia for 25 years, and the doctors had me on very high powered opiates. So that's why I know what it feels like to take too much. It's surprising that I didn't recognize that. That's how long I've been off of them. I thought it was like an anxiety attack or something like that, but that's exactly what that feels like. So the soul tethered to the body. It's interesting because as I say that, she said she was in pain for a long time. Do you understand that?
Yep.
She's got roses for you, hun, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. Would have just passed or is coming up. How do you understand that?
Both my belly button birthday just passed and my sober birthday's coming up.
Your what now? Sorry,
My
never heard.
sober birthday.
Sober
Yeah.
birthday, I've heard. What the frick is excuse my language, is a belly button birthday? Never heard that one before.
Yeah, so there's like I got sober July 30th of 92, which is more of a celebration than my actual birthday.
Oh,
But it's right between the two. Yeah.
so it's called a belly button day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. She's jumping up and down and letting you know how much more mobility she has on that side and that she's feeling so much better. She's showing me a young soul that she has reconnected with on that side, and she put the heart around the two of them, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection. Do you understand that? Who the young soul would be on the other side that she lost some time ago?
It could be quite a few different ones. We lost a ton of friends, so hard to say.
Okay, so I was gonna say she's showing me to the side. Feels like a male. Feels like they passed suddenly, unexpectedly, and traumatically because I can taste blood. Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean there was blood. It means the passing was traumatic.
Yeah, it could be quite a few different ones.
I smell smoke.
Oh.
So she's trying to narrow it down for you. So what they're doing right now is, like I said, they don't step forward with their name, address, and phone number. They will step forward with the validations that will point to only one person. So who's the smoker on that side?
I I don't know. It could be a ton. Yeah, not sure.
She's like, well, I'm trying to make this easy for you. There's a gentleman on the other side that she thinks is hot that passed some time ago or good looking. He's a smoker, and she's like, I get to hang out with him. I get to hang out with him. He's over here.
That's our friend Colin. Yep.
Hey, now we know who it is.
Looking, I'm like, yeah, that's Colin. Yep.
Please know that she's okay and she's feeling so much better. She's watching over you, though. She put the white blanket around your shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues going on right now. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Are you moving as well? Because she's giving you boxes.
No, I just bought a place. No
Ah,
moving.
that's
Moving.
why. So you just bought a place? Like how
Yeah.
long ago? Within the last year?
Yeah.
Did she not get to visit it very often? Or
Did visit, but not enough.
because she's like showing me that let me say this again. She's showing me the boxes. She's giving you the boxes. As soon as you said, well, I just bought one not long ago, she goes, did you now? Have you not unpacked everything yet?
No, I haven't.
I'm telling you, she's outing you. She outed me. It's your turn now. She gets to out you. She's showing me the boxes.
Yeah, there's a few. Yep.
I hear guitar music and I'm seeing a guitar. How do you understand that?
My friend just gave me a guitar that I gave to somebody else. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Your friend up there is not missing a beat. She's like, I'm a fly on the wall. I can see everything going on. And then I hear like horror music. She's think your friend's funny. Just saying. She's got some spunk to her, this one.
Oh, she's a powerhouse. Yeah.
Have you been finding the dimes, honey?
Stop. Seriously?
And as soon as I said that, did you hear that ding in the background?
Oh my God. I just found two more yesterday. I have like so many from her.
Well, she's trying to send you a message. It's just that you're not quite understanding the message. So here it is. Dimes don't just mean, obviously, you understand pennies, dimes, nickels mean that they're with you, right?
Yeah, I just
It
learned
means,
that because of her.
but it means more than that, too. When you find that dime or that coin, I want you to pay attention to what's going on in your world because the dead want you to know they're with you for a few different reasons. They will show up that way and be like, yo, I'm here with you. If something really good is going on that they want to celebrate with you, if there's something that you need comfort on or alignment or guidance with, then that's when they will show up to let you know that they're there. Now, when you get that coin, pick it up. Look at the date on the coin. The
Okay.
date is going to have something to do with what's going on in your world or the soul that's on the other side. Not just the date, but look at the coin. Is it face down when you find it or is it face up? If it's face down, it means whatever's going on in your world, you have to put it behind you. If it's face up, it means you got to face it. See, she's trying to teach you her language. She's like, what? You thought I was gonna be dead and shut up and go away? And then she laughs hysterically, like that was even possible.
Yep. Yeah, I found these two yesterday. Yeah, no, I have a whole tray of them because she leaves me so many of them.
What's the date on there?
You're gonna question my eyesight.
I'm in the same club, honey. Same club.
2022, which is very weird. They're both 2022.
And was that the last year, her last good year here?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what that represents, that she's not gone, that she's back with you again, and that she's good. She's healed on the other side. The worst is behind you.
Wow.
Keep watching for those because that's why it feels like she brought you here today. But it's interesting because she said took you long enough. Like she's been telling you about me for a while or something, but took you long enough.
Yep.
Who's the mother figure on the other side? I don't know if this is your mom or your grandma, but she's like, hey, get out of the freaking way. It's my turn. You think you're coming here without me saying hi? She's making my face itch, which is a sign of disfiguration or that I did not look at the end of my life the way I did for most of my life. And she's like, I don't want her to remember me that way. I'm good again. She's jumping up and down. She's got full mobility. She's got no pain in her body whatsoever. So,
Yeah, it's my stepmom.
aw.
Yep.
Is she a smoker too? Because I can smell cigarette smoke around her as well.
No, but her mother was forever. Yes.
So then she's back together with her mom on the other side because if they're not a smoker and I smell cigarette smoke on them, they're hanging out with the smokers on the other side. It's one of the
Yeah.
ways that spirit cheats in these. I only get 15, 20 minutes with you guys on these short little readings here. So they will cheat by giving you, like, I'm with this person and this person and this person. See, we all got a message.
Nice.
Something about the flowers that your stepmom wants to thank you for. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Yeah, I brought her flowers quite often. Yeah.
It's funny because I think she's using nature. She really likes, like when you say you brought her flowers. I can see the ladybugs and the garden bugs and stuff like that. So when spirit wants you to know they're around, sometimes they will bug you. Have you been finding the ladybugs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's your stepmom.
Okay. Yeah, we always say she's a butterfly.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's funny because she's singing that song in my head. I'm your lady. I'm not going to sing it because I'm a terrible singer, but she's singing that song in my head. They're pulling their energy back, hon. Please know that they're okay on the other side. Your friend is okay. She's never going to stop talking to you. It's just that she speaks symbolically now. So watch for the signs and the symbols. Not just the butterflies and the dimes, but birds are big around you as well. I think she's been sending you a lot of birds. Birds literally mean, okay, birds have a connection with feathers. Feathers have a connection with angels. Angels symbolize that you are being protected. Birds also are hover above us. So they show us that they can see everything going on and they will guide you through a tricky situation. And the other message that birds contain, have you ever heard that song? Every little thing's gonna be all right. Don't worry about a thing. That song?
Yep.
What's the name of that song?
Little birds.
Three Little Birds. That's right.
Yeah. Three. Yes.
So
Yes.
when you see those birds, know that that's them letting you know that they're with you at that moment and letting you know that everything's going to be okay. Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, she just bear hugged you, just so you know. As she's pulling her energy back, she just like bear hugged you and literally lifted you off the ground. I don't know what that feels like, an inside joke. I'm not sure what that's about, but she laughed. She's like, I can do this. I can still do this. There's something about lifting you off the ground. Was she really weak before she passed?
Yeah.
Like, so she's strong now.
Okay. Yeah, she called me fat before she died.
That's why I knew there was some kind of inside joke there. She's like, you're not as heavy as you think you are. And she's sorry for that, just so you know. She's lifting you up like you're light.
Nice. Yep.
She's like, I had to apologize for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. That was yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let her pull her energy back, hon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Brianna, I'm coming to you. Ooh, gets worse. Okay, who are you wanting me to connect with?
My dad.
I was gonna say I thought so. He's hurting my chest though. Definitely hurting my chest. Okay. I heard hello again. Have I read for you before?
hmm
Okay,
It was on his birthday last time.
gotcha. Okay, let's do this, my friend. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Interesting. Okay, so I, gotcha. So it's a good thing I heard hello again, so I know that I've read for him before, because sometimes if I've read for you before, they go through the puzzle dump really fast on me, like so fast. It's like, what? Hey, 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 you're supposed to tell me how you passed. He's like, I already did this once. Hurry up. We don't have to do this every time. He took me to the chest, which, and I don't know if this is heart attack or what. I feel a pressure, a pain that goes right up here. I feel like I can't breathe. I got some dizzying thoughts, and I'm on the other side. Everything feels like it happens. It's like the slowest fast motion or the fastest slow motion ever. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so he was having some pains in his chest. Uh and he sorry.
Mm.
He drove himself to the hospital and he never actually made it to the front doors. So he got to the front of his car when he collapsed and someone helped him back into his car and she said that he just took one last breath and was gone.
That's pretty much the way I feel it. I feel my chest. I feel like I'm struggling to breathe. I've got some dizziness, all of it. And then, bam, I'm on the other side.
Yep.
He keeps bragging about you. He goes, do you just see how beautiful my daughter is? Do you see how pretty she is? And then he put like the graduation cap on your head. So are you graduating or did you just go back to school or something like that?
So that was the last thing that the last like big thing that we did together was he went to my graduation.
Um, okay, slow down, Dad. He said, "You mean physically? That's the last big thing I did with you, physically," because he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
here in the non-physical. Has it been about a year since he passed now?
Almost two.
I can feel we're coming up on the anniversary of this time.
Hmm.
Is it like August, September?
It's September.
Yeah, because he's taking me towards the end of the summer. Slow this down. Fastest weight loss too. He's showing me his belly and how good he looks on the other side. He's like, "Look, no belly, it's all gone. Fastest weight loss ever."
Yeah, yeah, right. I mean, that was one of the things that we were really confused about was he was like in his healthiest he had ever been right before he passed. Like he had lost a bunch of weight. He like looked the best that I think I've seen him since he was like I was a kid. So it was really like we were really, really confused by it because it was like he had been in way, way worse shape prior to this. And then when he was finally at his prime.
All of a sudden,
Hmm.
I know. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of those deaths over the last few years, right?
Uh-huh.
That's about all I can say because this is being recorded, but you know what that means, right?
Hmm.
He's like showing me the shotgun, which is my symbol for protection. Because here's the thing, your dad, I feel like, was trying to get healthy so he could be here longer. He
Hmm.
had no intention of leaving the physical world. Um,
No.
if he had any inclination that there was something that he did that would have taken him out in the way, he would never have done that. You understand?
Hmm.
All he cares now is that his family is safe. He's got the yellow and the red rose and wrapped together. Now, the yellow rose is my symbol for always my symbol for friendship, but sometimes it can mean that your parents were separated or divorced before they passed. But if it's wrapped in the red rose, it means best friend and I love you still. So, were they separated or divorced before they passed?
Yes. My parents were separated, but like we always knew that like my mom was kind of the one that got away. Like he never really like loved anybody as much as he loved her.
I got chills when you said that because he's like, separate all you want. I still love her. I still love her. She's the
Yeah.
love of my life.
Yeah, she took his death like really, really hard.
He
She
said,
still does.
tell her I can see her naked.
That's something he would say.
He's so in love with you guys still and so excited about the trip that's coming up. He's like, yes, finally. Where are you guys going?
We are moving to Texas and we're taking our trip in August to go look at homes. So I didn't want to go before because I didn't want to leave him by himself out here.
He's never going to be here by himself, honey. The spirit goes. See, we think when they cross over that they are that they can go wherever they want, or some people think that they're in the ground or they're in the urn. They're not. They go where you go. They are connected to the love bonds. This is why sometimes you get haunted houses because you have to love something in order to be there with it. So wherever the love is, they can go. So he's going to Texas with you. And he's extremely excited about this because he's singing, finally! Woo! Why is it finally? You've been waiting for this for a while.
So yeah, we had talked about moving like 2 to 3 years ago. But I just didn't feel comfortable leaving him, or not actually longer than 2 to 3 years because he's been gone for 2 years. So probably like 4 years ago, we were actively looking to go, but I just didn't. He still needed help with things like doctor's appointments, being picked up from surgeries and stuff like that, and like just needed help because he had missed a lot of work from doing all that stuff. And so I felt like I needed to stay here to help him with that, so that way he wasn't, like, left alone by himself. So husband and I couldn't go, and we decided to wait.
He wants you to make sure that you ask him for help along the way because he can make your journey a little bit easier. Or I heard earlier almost come out of my mouth. Like, interesting. Is there a job already lined up there?
For me, yes, not for my husband.
There will be. Gotta just thank dad for lining him up a job. It's all good. Thank you, dad, for lining up the job, making it easy so that when we get there, the job lands in our laps.
Yeah, my husband actually just texted me earlier and said I just got a call about a job in Texas, but he just listened to the voicemail. He hasn't called him back yet.
I'm telling you, your dad is working on the other side, clearing the path for you. Here's the thing. He wants you to ask him for help because he's not gone. You think that when they're gone, when they are leave the physical world, that they can't help you or be in your life anymore. But that is so not true. They can. It's just that they're not allowed to choose for you. This
Yeah.
world operates on free will. So your dad can't say, do this or do that. If you go, tell me what to do, you're not going to get an answer. But when you say, all right, dad, we're moving to Texas. Thank you for helping my husband get a job. Thank you for helping us find the greatest place, whatever it is. Then, when those things line up in your world so synchronistically and easily, it will literally be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. And you're going to feel dad's energy. That way, you're like, I didn't just move to Texas by myself. My daddy helped me with that. He's going to keep helping you for the rest of your life. Do you have a son? Because he keeps showing me a son named after him.
So I don't have a son now. Actually, me and my husband had a conversation not that long ago that if we ever have a boy, we contemplating on naming it after him. But my brother, his middle name is my dad's name.
You're going to have a son. Your dad's already hanging out. I can't know that because he's already talking about the boy that's named after him. He's like, this boy's named after me. I can see the soul. This boy's named after me. So if you and your husband were sitting around talking about naming your son after your dad, he's listening to that conversation and he knows. And he's already hanging out with the soul of that child on the other side. But he's like giggling at you a little bit because he's like, careful what you ask for. You want a little mini me? You're going to get a little mini me. He loves you so much. The love. He's just pouring the love and wanting you to feel his presence. He's making me feel like you feel him sometimes in the morning when it's quiet. I feel like I can feel him right there with your coffee or something. Do you know what he's talking
Yeah,
about?
I start work really early and I basically I feel like my like how hers was dimes, I feel like mine is music. So I always just open up my phone and I hit shuffle and I let it play whatever songs. But a lot of the times when I get into the car first thing in the morning and I hit shuffle, it's just back to back songs that either were our songs or songs that we used to listen to when I was a kid or songs that remind me of him.
He loves that. He loves that he can manipulate the energy. He's funny though. He's like, if only that would work for the damn remote.
Yeah, he watched a lot of football.
You're not into the football, hey?
No, yeah, we have the same college team.
They're not playing right now. He's like, but it doesn't feel like it's been on right now. See, I know nothing about
No,
football. All I know
no,
is
it's
it's
they're
not
not
playing now.
on. They're not on yet. Coming up though.
What are we talking about here? He's got another rose. I know that we said it's the anniversary of his passing, September or something there, but there's another rose he's holding, which is birthday anniversary or a date that happens once a year. It's like right now, either just passed or is coming up.
Um, his birthday just passed. My wedding anniversary is coming up.
So his birthday was like a week ago or a month ago because he shows me one.
It was in May.
So last month. And your wedding anniversary is July?
It's October, so a little more ways
Even
away.
further. Okay, so one thing at a time. The one he was just talking about was the one in May that just passed, and he was showing me thank you. So you must have done something to honor him on that day or to remember him on that day.
Yeah, so me and my brother every year go to the last restaurant that we ate at him with, and we sit at the same table. And my husband took me this year, and my brother wasn't going to be able to make it, but he actually walked in and surprised me.
Know that your dad was there for that because he's thanking you guys for setting that up. And he's like, yeah, 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 we'll get to the anniversary in a minute. I'm not saying forget that, but he's very much excited about that and wants you to know that he was there for that. I saw him cheers with beer. Did your brother have a beer?
No, my actually surprisingly, neither of them were big drinkers, but my brother was wearing a Yankee shirt of his And we took a photo together, and my brother looks identical to him in it. It
Aw.
was like, it was really weird. It like almost doesn't look like my brother, but he looks like identical to my dad.
Your dad just goes, it's going to get worse as you get older. Trust me. He's showing me the hair. I think he kept all his hair though. He's like, I got lucky. I got lucky. I got lucky. Pointing at the hair. Was he starting to go bald?
So no, so he shaved his head completely bald because he had a lot of hair and he didn't want to deal with it. That's how what I got. I got all of
Yeah,
his thick hair.
he's still cheersing your brother. Something's going on with your brother's life that he's like, cheers, dude, cheers.
My brother just got offered a new job yesterday.
I'm telling you, that would be why.
It was a job that he had been wanting for a while, and he got turned down the first two times. And my mom actually works there. And finally a position opened up, and they interviewed like 60 people, and my brother was the youngest one, and he got it.
Yeah, your dad's pulling some strings on the other side, and he said it's about time and it's well deserved. And that's why I say to you guys that they don't change the message just because I don't understand it. They'll say it again and again and again until you understand. Your dad is so not gone. He's still with you, and he's thanking you for talking about him. He's thanking you for talking to him. He said if there's one thing he could ask even more, it would be give him more to do, so that when it shows up, you'll know that he helped with that. Not because you can't do it on your own, but because he wants to help you. He's already house hunting. So you don't have a house yet?
No, I just set up a call today to talk to a realtor, so she has what we like, and she sent me like 5 or 6 options. And I just started looking at them.
Dad's going with you. He's going with you. He's going with you. He's showing me that scene in my head, like you see in movies and stuff, where the cranky old picky dad is like looking in the plaster and looking in the roof and checking under the shingles. And he's like, you just pay attention. If there's something that needs to get your attention when you're there, then he's going to bring it to your attention. If they can't hide anything from a ghost, you understand?
Yeah.
So he's feeling like this is even more better on the other side than if he was here in the physical world, because they can't get nothing over him like they could if he was here in a physical world. Get the garage, I heard.
So me and my husband are fighting over the garage right now because my husband wants to turn our entire garage into a workshop, and I want to be able to park my car in it. So we want to go with a new build, but new builds don't offer 3-car garages anymore. So we would have to go with an older house to get a 3-car garage. So that's been a
Get the
back and forth
garage.
battle.
Get the garage. Here's the thing, your job is not to figure out what's possible or what's not possible. Your job is to place the order. Dad's job is to line it up. And if you ask for something like that, you're like, all right, Dad, we want a newer house that looks newer, has been renovated, that has a 3-car garage, one for me, some for him. Make it happen. When you walk in and see that perfect house, you're going to know your dad brought you there. And I promise you, nothing is going to feel as good as that. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's still with you. So don't make your choices and decisions based on what you think is possible, because he's up there pulling strings left, right, and center. He will line it up for you. He's just so darn proud of you. He said, thank Mom for everything that she said as well, because I could feel her forgiveness. It's too bad it took when he passed for her to forgive him, but he'll take it, because he's going to be the first face she sees when he gets up there. Is your mom dating or remarried again?
She's remarried, yeah.
Because he said, too bad, sucker. That's what she ever got away.
Yeah, they actually got along great. So it wasn't too bad.
But he's still so desperately in love with her, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Aw. He's pulling his energy back. Okay, one last thing is he gave you marshmallows. Did you guys just have a campfire?
Uh, no, we were supposed to go to a bonfire, but we didn't. Uh, yeah, no. I'm trying to think.
He's still giving you marshmallows. Like, do it, do it. When you said you were supposed to go to a bonfire, but you didn't, he goes, we didn't want to go to that one anyway. We're going to do it our way. And then I hear Frank,
Yeah,
I
they
did it
got
my way.
people had alcohol on the beach and they got caught, so they had to dump it out. So
I'm telling you.
Because I was trying to think if I don't think that they had those in there. I booked the session because me and my dad adopted a dog together, and I just had to put her down last month.
Oh,
And that was like his pride and joy. And so I was trying to think if they had marshmallows in her room when we put her down and they were feeding them to her, but I don't think they did. I think it was chocolate. So
they
this
were
is the only
feeding
time
a
they could
dog
have it.
chocolate?
Well, because she was going to be put down anyways, so they let them have what they're not allowed to have when they're alive.
That's funny because as soon as you start talking about the dog, my head hurts. Was the dog almost blind too?
She was deaf.
I feel like I'm having trouble seeing. Like my senses aren't working around this dog and my head hurts. So this dog was in a lot of pain before she passed her. She was very old.
Yeah, she was 11. I had a headache when I was putting her down because I was crying so hard because it was sudden. I mean, I knew it was coming, but it was sudden.
That's what I'm picking up then. I'm like, why is all this pain? Like you saw me holding my head going, ow, 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 ow. This is why I call them puzzle pieces because they're talking to you, not me. I'm just trying to make it make sense. I knew somebody's head hurt. I thought it was the dog because he's dying, but that would
Yeah.
make sense too. It's just dad's way of letting you know that he was there in the room by knowing what was going on. He said that, see, it's interesting because you needed that dog to go so that you could make the choice and decisions to move on. Part of
So
you being willing to move was knowing that she's safe and at peace with dad now.
so I said probably like 2 months ago because I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to take her because it's gonna be too cold where we're at. And she wouldn't have done well in it with her condition. So I said like 2 months ago, I was like, isn't, as messed up as this sounds, I almost like want her to, because I want to be able to say bye to her because I said I feel like it's going to be more painful not saying bye to her than being able to say bye to her. And then I mean, I was with her that day at like 12 and she was fine. And by 6 o'clock, she couldn't walk.
Your dad took her home because he's still protecting his baby girl. And he said, you got things to do. And he's still watching over you from the other side. But just know she's a spirit dog, a spirit guide dog. A spirit guide will incarnate into your life and live for 10 or 20 years, and then they pass, and then they will incarnate again, and they will incarnate as another dog, a cat, whatever animal you choose to get, and you will recognize that animal as the same one that crossed over before. You'll see the same soul traits. You'll be like, you remind me so much of my dog before, because it's the same dog in a different body. She'll come back to you. But it's interesting because it feels like she was his spirit dog, but that because he's done his life now, he's like, all right, now you're assigned to my baby girl. It's almost like I've never seen that before. That's a first for me, but it's like she transferred. Now she's your spirit dog.
Yeah, so we adopted her together 3 days before my birthday. And we lived together and had her. And then when I moved out, he kept her because she could go to work with him. So they were really, really close. She was with him when he passed. And then I immediately took her from that day on. I went and picked her up. She had gotten taken to the police station. I went and picked her up and brought her home with me. And then she was with me until then. So I always say, like she was like every person has their, like you said, soul dog. I was like, she's like my soul dog, but it's almost like we were like trauma bonded to
Yeah.
our dad. But she was just never the same after he left. Like you could tell she really, really missed him.
See, their purpose, very often, their purpose is to come and be our guides and to be that, calmness and that comfort that we need in our world during these transitions. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So she did her job here in the physical world. But when you're ready, and it feels like around the time when the children are coming in, and I mean, you've still got a few years for all this, you're still young. But I see her coming back to you. But she's going to be a little bigger because I see like a pit bull or something.
So she was a pit bull.
Oh, she
Um,
was. Okay.
she was a pit bull, and we are talking about getting a cane corso, which is
Even
like 3
bigger.
times her size.
Okay, so that makes sense because she's like, I'm going to be even a little bit bigger. And I saw pit bull in my head and I'm like, oh boy. So she's bigger than a pit bull. I didn't,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so she was kind of like, I mean, she was kind of small for a pitty, but we're talking about getting a cane corso, but
What's
yeah,
that?
this was,
Just, you know,
I don't know if you'll be able to see.
I want to put my glasses on.
That was her.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, there we go.
What a cute
I
little
have her
face.
collar right here.
Aw. Have you dreamed of her yet? I feel like you've dreamed of her already.
Yeah, just like memories mostly
Of the cute.
that she's in.
No. Okay. Well, know that your dad has her soul on the other side and he's just babysitting for now. Well, you guys are sharing the spirit dog. And when you are ready for her, he's going to send her back to you and she will make her way in your life and you will know that's your dog. You will feel the same soul traits as you felt from her here. Save that collar, I heard. Save me my collar. All right. He's pulling his energy back, hun. Um, Slow that down. As he pulls his energy back, I see him with the 2 people holding hands behind him. Are both his parents on the other side?
So his mom is, I just went and saw my grandpa on Sunday, and he's very close to, I have a feeling he's going to be going soon, because he's not doing well at all.
Has he had some confusion, dementia, Alzheimer's, something like that?
My grandma had dementia.
Got yeah, because I'm picking that up. All I know is he's showing me as he pulls his energy back that he's with the both of them. So if Grandpa's still here, just know as he transitions the physical world, both him and his mom will be there to help him transition. Before his birthday. When is his birthday?
November.
Spirit, they're not allowed to say stuff like that, just so you know. But your dad's cheating. Feels like you're right that he is absolutely coming to the end of his time here in the physical world. And what he just says is that it'll be before his birthday.
Yeah, I anticipated that it'll be by the end of August. He can't get up and walk to even the bathroom without his oxygen dropping so low that he like freaks out and can't breathe. So my assumption when I saw him was end of August at latest, probably.
Your grandma is so excited to see him because if she was in that state of Alzheimer's for some time, it feels like they didn't have that connection and she loves him. She's very much watching over him and so excited to have that communication again. Okay. I'm going to let them pull their energy back, hon, but I hope that was helpful.
It was, yes.
Awesome. All right. Good luck on that move.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Sam. Who am I connecting to around you? And I think I've read for you before, haven't I?
Yeah, just a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And I talked to my dad then. And while you were reading for me, you had mentioned that someone was with him. And you kept saying that it was someone who shares a name with someone who is still living. And I couldn't freaking for the life of me think of who it was until after the reading, of course. So today I'd like to speak with my aunt, whose name I have as my middle name. And it just took me a while to kind of catch on.
Oh, I love that. I tell you why I love that is because that happens all the time when you got these kinds of readings going on. People don't remember it or think about it until after because you're expecting to hear from one person, but they
Yeah,
know what the frick they're talking about, don't they?
right.
Cool.
I should have thought of her though. I'm like, I share her name. You think it would have came to my mind, but it didn't.
That's okay. Happens to a lot of people. Aw. Your dad's not wanting to take a back seat, though, I'll tell you that. Okay, let's do this. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, Slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, okay, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. She is talking super fast. Has she been there for some time, hun?
I'd say 2014, I think she passed away.
So at least 10 years, because
Yeah.
she's just talking so freaking fast. Slow this down. I don't know if she talked really fast in the physical world or why her energy is so fast, but let me just try to slow her down. So remember, they take me through their passing from their experience, not ours. All of a sudden, my lips are completely dry. I see my symbol for diagnosis. I feel very itchy in the face, which is that I do not look at the end of my life the way that I did in the physical reality. But I feel very thankful that the end was quicker than what it could have been. And I didn't suffer as long as what I could have. Do you understand that?
I do. So she, sorry, one moment. Sophie, may you put your voice down, please? My daughter's with me. She wasn't supposed to be, but anyway, my aunt, she actually, she had been struggling with her health for some time. So she had diabetes and some heart conditions, and she was in and out of the hospital a lot towards the end of her life, but her passing was pretty sudden, not unexpected, but sudden. What we think is she had a heart attack.
Right as you say that, I grab my chest. That's
Yeah.
absolutely what happened. Yeah.
I've never really had any clarification as to whether it's a heart attack that ultimately took her life or if it was the diabetes, but
Definitely
yeah.
the heart. I know what that feels like. It almost feels like the worst heartburn of your life or indigestion. It comes right up and goes boom. And right as you were saying that, I grabbed my chest. That's exactly how she passed. She's been watching over you ever since. Because the reason why I asked is she's been there a long time because I saw age progression. And I feel like she showed me watching over you during childbirth, which is funny because then you're like apologizing for your daughter in the background. And I'm like, okay, how old's your daughter? 7, 6?
She's 6, actually. Yeah, she's 6. She just turned 6 in March.
That's what I'm saying. Your aunt was there for that birth, watching over her. Do you have 2 or 3 though? Because I see 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1.
I have 2 living children, and I recently miscarried.
So she's stepping forward with She goes, don't you say it that way. She's stepping forward with your baby on the other side. Were you very young, like very early on miscarriage, like 3 months?
Yeah. Yeah, I was about, it was probably even less than that, 8 weeks, maybe 7, 8 weeks.
It's funny because were you guys a little bit on the fence before that about whether we wanted another baby or not? Now you want another baby because now see that he did his job. He was here to inspire you to want another baby.
I do.
That he did his job. It's funny because do you have 2 girls right now?
No, I have a girl and a boy.
Very strong boy energy coming through, like very strong. So why do I see cowboy boots and stuff? Are you like on a ranch? Are you
Cowboy boots. No, I am not on a ranch. I wish I was, but I'm not.
are you in the Calgary area?
I've been actually, that's a lie. So I do have a friend whose daughter horseback rides, and I've been there a lot lately, like watching her ride. And my daughter's going to be doing a horseback riding camp for a week long this summer. Actually, so yeah, there is a ranch involved.
There's something. See, they will use a sign or symbol to point me in the direction of what they want me to talk about, right? If they're giving me, and it's funny because your dad's taken over. Your aunt's like, hi, I'm here. I love you. I'm watching over you. And now dad's energy is coming for it. And giving her the cowboy boots. She would need boots. Does your daughter want you said camp, but is she going to be doing a horse riding camp?
Yeah, so the whole camp, it's like a summer camp, but it's just for a week. It's almost like a daycare. And yeah, she'll be doing like horseback ride to like take care of the horses and brush them and clean them and all of that stuff. So And then she wants to continue with horseback riding after. We're just waiting for them to have room to take her.
Your dad's not missing a thing, just so you know.
Not.
He goes, okay, that's all nice, but we didn't complete this. Buy the girl some boots.
Okay, I will buy the girl some boots. I say that as she's laying on the floor next to me.
Oh, he's so bragging. I'm seeing Grandpa Gush here. Usually I call it Grandma Gush, where they're like, I love you, oh my God, I love you, I love you. Your dad's doing that to his grandbabies. He was like all hands on, hey?
He actually never met my children.
He's been
So
gone.
he passed away when it's actually been 29 years since he passed. So he passed away when I was 3.
Sweetie, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
and it's been 29 years on May 31st.
Well, that explains to me why I'm feeling like somebody's been there for so long. I thought he meant your aunt, and 10 years. I was like, okay, well, that's a long time. It's not as long as I'm kind of feeling, but
Yeah.
that's a long time. No, I gotcha. That would also explain why he's very much gushing over those babies here in the physical.
Yeah.
He slipped a ring on your finger, and I'm not sure what that means because you're already married, right?
I am actually separated.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And kind of like throwing myself back into the dating pool, I guess you could say.
I know, it's uncomfortable. I'm in that pool right now too, and I feel like it's like the scariest experience that there could be right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You learn a lot.
But I'll tell you, when Dad's putting the wedding ring on your finger, that's a sign that you're in the right direction. And the fact that I can feel this
God.
child coming
Which
back.
direction is that?
You're going the right direction. The direction of finding love and happiness and joy and support with somebody in your world. Finding somebody in your world that can give you the family that you wanted to have in the way that you wanted to have. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Sometimes people will come to me who have just gone through a divorce, and I'll start hearing wedding bells. And I'm like, I'm hearing wedding bells around you. And they're like, that's a sick joke, lady. I just got divorced. It's like, but do you realize that by getting divorced, you are so much closer to being married and being with the person you are destined to be with or you're supposed to be with than you were when you were with that person that is wrong for you? So once you divorce that person, I will start hearing wedding bells around you. That lets you know you're on the right track. Your dad just said,
I'm curious to know if he's thinking it's someone that I'm already connected with.
He likes this guy. But that guy, whoever you're thinking about when you say that, he goes, I like him, nice enough guy, but there's something about distance or space or being unaccessible. The guy that you were thinking about, how do you understand distance or space around him?
Maybe he's just not ready. I am not sure.
What does that mean? Did you guys just start talking? Because I feel a little bit like, is this somebody that you knew from the past, actually? It feels like reconnection.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like seeing him at some point. And yeah, we just recently kind of reconnected.
That's the distance or space that I'm feeling. See, I don't understand what he means when he said, when I can feel that space around you guys. And then he's like heart, which is healing and reconnection. So some of this reconnection with this gentleman, I'll tell you, I don't know if this is the guy that you're supposed to be with forever, but I do know this is the guy you need to be with right now. Because when your dad is showing me healing and reconnection, sometimes a relationship will come into our world that will help us heal the old wounds. Not because we're supposed to be with them forever, but because working through that will help us heal what we need to heal so that we can move forward and be with the person we're destined to be with. Does that make sense? So it could be that this guy is going to, now I got a point card. Could be that this guy is that guy, or it could be that he's getting you ready to be ready for that guy. Either way, you're on the right path.
Okay. Well, at least I'm on the right path.
Either way, it's an important component that needs to happen in order for you to get where you're trying to go. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, this is where you are right now. I didn't even ask the question yet. Heartbreak. This is where you were when he reconnected. You were in a state of heartbreak. Okay,
Mhm.
so is this the guy that is right? I can't remember your name. Sam. Is this the guy that's
Mhm.
right for Sam? Is this the guy that's right for Sam coming forward? Is this the guy? Maybe. It's definitely a new beginning. He's got some coin. He's not broke. He's no broke joke, is he?
Mm-mm.
Because look, he's the new beginning and the coin. And it came out with the Hanged Man. Now, the thing about the Hanged Man, this is where you are right now. The thing about the Hanged Man is that he's in an awkward position. His hands are tied behind his back and he's hanging upside down by one foot. But he's happy about it because he knows that this is part of the process in order for him to get where he needs to go. So it's like, I might not be where I want to be yet, but I'm on my way. It's like, this might not be something solid yet, but it's exactly what I've been waiting for and what I need right now. And it's a brand new beginning, which is so much better than still waiting in that old ending.
Mhm.
And your dad's like commenting on the money. Does he have a really good job?
Yeah. A decent job.
There's some kind of inside joke in that one. I don't know if your ex was like a little bit unstable, didn't have like such a good job, something like that. But dad says, darn straight, it's about freaking time. Like there's that kind of energy on this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Your aunt's like, wanted to talk to me, sir. She just pushed your dad away. She needs you to know that she's very much watching over you on the other side. And she wants you to know that her and dad are together on the other side. She was so happy to know that he was over there. She gave you a freezer full of popsicles. I don't know what that's about. But she gave you a whole bunch of popsicles and stocked your
Popsicle.
freezer.
Huh. I don't know. These are full of popsicles.
It's like freezies and popsicles and stuff like that. Is it really hot where you are?
Oh, well, we've had like some on again, off again heat waves, which are uncommon for this time of year, I guess.
All I know is she's giving them to the kids. It's like something that it almost feels like you're very focused on making sure they get the right foods or something like very healthy kind of eating and stuff. But she's like, they're just popsicles. They're just popsicles. It's okay. It's not bad. It's just popsicles. Give the kids some freaking popsicles.
Funny because I was just having that conversation with a friend today about how I used to be like very, very serious about what my kids would eat and making sure that they ate healthy, and I wanted to get back on that track. So it's just funny that she'd bring that up.
She heard that conversation because that's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing her say in my head is I know we're trying to be all healthy and stuff, but it's just juice and frozen juice and water. Let's have some popsicles. It's hot, is what I heard. If she was there, she'd be doting on them. Feels good to be reconnected. Did she live a distance or space away before she passed?
No, actually, so before she got, well, she had been sick on and off for a while, but before she got like more sick, we hadn't really spoke for a while. And then we reconnected, and then my mom and I would like go help her out with her apartment and like bring her stuff at the hospital and that kind of stuff.
That would make sense because she said that she missed a lot of time with you, and it's so good to be able to come and see you and spend time with you now because she said she missed so much time with you. So that would make sense. She
Yeah,
said
we were together just a really short period of time before she passed away.
She goes, but I'm okay, dear. I'm okay. And she said, say hi to your mom for me. Something about mom's hair. Did she just cut her hair?
She's got highlights.
So she likes her hair. She's like, I love what she did with it. And I'm like, what did she do with it? She's like, talk about her hair. Just tell her I love her hair that way. Just tell her.
Okay, I'll let my mom know.
See, I can't know that. She knows that. All right. They're definitely pulling their energy back. I say they because your dad's like, sorry to hijack this reading, but you didn't think that she was coming by herself, did ya? He's never going to miss an opportunity to talk to you, just so you know. And he's thanking you as he's pulling his energy back for the dimes. I feel satiated. Or the coins. You found some coins or something, and you knew it was him because I feel like, she knew that was me. Like I feel relief that you understood
Yeah.
his meaning.
Right after the last reading, actually,
You
I
found
had found a dime. Yeah.
and you knew immediately what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
That gives him so much joy. Now he's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful, hon.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, my friend Christina. Now, you, my girl, it's funny. I was talking to your loved ones in my head in the shower this morning. I'm like, all right, guys, Christina is my challenge. You are a new challenge for me because it's easy to read for somebody I've never read before. Your loved ones are like right here. It's no problem. It's a lot harder to read for somebody that you read for every single week and try to pick up the new energies around you. So, you're giving me practice here, my friend.
Oh yeah.
But it's easier for me, a little bit easier for me if you point me in whatever direction you want me to point in. We already know your little guy's around, but is there anything you want him to focus on or anything else you want to focus on?
I don't really. I don't know. I've been thinking about like calling somebody new up, but there's a couple. See, the thing is I used to be the CNA, and there's a couple like people I would like to talk to, but I don't know if I could like confirm stuff. That's all, because it's been years, some of them.
When you talk about that, there's a lady that steps forward. So when CNA, that's a nurse of some sort, right? That works.
Yeah, nurse's assistant.
There's a there's a lady and a man, but the lady is the one that's really loud around you. So when you ask a question like that, I can go to her and she can give me some validations, but she will validate things that you will remember. Does that make sense? She might not take me through her passing if you're not going to be able to validate that. She's going to show me the signs and symbols that you should be able to validate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but when you say a lady, that I've taken care of many, I did it for 11 years.
Okay. This is why we haven't started yet, right? We haven't started yet.
Yeah,
I have no idea who
that's
she
true.
is. She has to give me the details that will tell you who she is.
All right.
Your job is to think of one that you would like to speak to because that's how you pull them forward.
Okay.
It feels like, so here's the thing, it would have to be meaningful for you. There would have had to have been a connection. Remember what I said in the beginning, that I can only bring them forward if there's a love bond or a bond of some sort. You understand?
Yep.
So there must have been with this lady because I can see this lady behind you. So let's do this.
All right.
Flat on the floor. Oh, did you see my camera just like light right up like that? Wow, she understood the assignment. Okay, let's do this, my friend. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Well, this lady definitely had a mobility issue before she passed because she's thanking you for helping her stand and helping her get around. There's something about, I don't know if she was in a wheelchair or if you guys had to help her move from chair to chair, but I can feel the movement. And she's like, I'm not cold anymore. I'm not cold anymore. Feels like she might not have always been able to communicate clearly as well, but she is absolutely clear on the other side. And I don't know if she was deaf or there was something about pain down this side of the neck or ear. Some of that making sense now?
Yeah, for a couple.
Funny, when you say for a couple of them, so would they have known each other?
Possibly they were in the same place I worked at years ago, yeah.
So they're using piggyback energy to get their energy above the crowd so we can hear them. Which one was always cold? Because she said only one of us was always cold.
They both seemed, well, no, okay, I think Lena it was.
So let's go over these again. She would have had a mobility issue, or you would have had to move her into
Yeah,
certain.
I helped take her to the toilet and stuff.
Thank you. You wouldn't be. That's funny. I think this is exactly who it is because she said, "Well, I said chair, but you can say that word if you want." She's showing me communication that sometimes it was hard to communicate, but it doesn't feel like always. It just feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
She's tickled pink that you asked her to be here, just so you know. She said
Well,
it's sad
they
that
tell you not, sorry, go ahead.
no, you.
They tell you not to, get attached, but I always thought of them all as like my grandmas and grandpas.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because she's saying it's sad that you're not in that business anymore because you had such a loving touch to you and that you made her feel like she was loved, not just a job. And so if you give her the chance to step forward and say thank you, she's going to thank you for that. And that other lady is right there too, going, yeah, me too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because there's definitely some people in that organization that were just brutal, it feels like, that they made the residents well aware that that was just their job and nothing more.
Yeah.
Did you used to sneak treats to some gentleman over there? He's like, she used to sneak me the treats. I don't know if you saved him the good desserts or there's something about giving this man treats.
Oh my gosh, I've taken care of so many, but I do remember sneaking somebody, but I can't put the resonance face right now.
There's a gentleman there. It doesn't you? They remember you, sweetie. They remember you, and it's so
Well,
cute because now we're bringing all these older people in. And what do older people like more than anything? Cute little babies. So your little boy's on that side hanging out with all these grandmas and grandpas over there, and they're just loving it.
mhm.
Okay, slow this down. Your grandma's on the other side. She's going to step forward for a minute here. I don't know what happened this week with you and Dad, but she put the white blanket around your shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. She showed me my symbol for pride and some distance or space. I know we've talked about this a lot lately, but something must have happened recently where you kind of stepped back a little bit.
I know exactly what she's talking about because, see, this is recorded.
I can stop it if you need me to.
Yeah, you better.
You want me to?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, you guys don't have to go anywhere. Anyone who's here doesn't have to go anywhere. But for those of you who are watching after the fact, I will see you next week.